This is day one of TeaTime Acre's Good Puppy Foundation training. We're here at Emory River Rabbitry, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. With Lauren. She's behind the camera for me.
Hi!
So, day one, when you're picking out your puppy, there are a couple things you want to start with. But first and foremost, I'm not a licensed animal behaviorist. All of my tips and tricks simply come from my 26 years of training various animals. So use my videos at your own discretion. Sorry. So for day one, when you're picking up your puppy, first two things that you want to consider when you step out of your vehicle and you arrive wherever you're going from, whether you're adopting or shopping, it doesn't matter. First thing you want to do is use what you see and what you smell. Does the area smell sour? Does it look absolutely filthy? Are they walking through their own poop and pee? Or is it clean? It's muddy today because we're outside. But you don't see whole piles of poop. There's not pee everywhere. So, hi.
Well socialized.
So they're well socialized. Hi.
Are they happy? Do you think they're happy?
So the area here at Emory River is very clean. Mud aside, can't help mud. We are on a homestead, so things I smell are what you'd expect for a homestead. I smell the goats, I smell the birds. That's normal. I don't smell like a super sick, sour smell. That's what you'd be alarmed with. And then next thing is when you finally meet your puppy. How is your puppy behaving? Are they coming up and messing with you? Or are they cowering away and kind of scared? So for this video series, this here is Everest. He's going to be the star of our show. Kosuke's with us, but he was kind of freaking out, so he's back in the truck. But Kosuke will be our model for our training activities. But Everest is going to be the star of our show. He's going to be the one that we learn to train with. I haven't told any of you that I'm picking up Everest today, so absolutely nobody knows about this except Lauren.
That's the attention hoe.
So, the next step, after you have decided you like how your puppy is interacting, is you want to put hands on your puppy. Now, Bingo and Isabel are very, very social. They are both Kosuke's parents and Everest's parents. So they're okay. And a lot of people like seeing the parents. But once you get your puppy and you're happy with how they're interacting, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to sit closer here. You want to look over your puppy. Am I supposed to?
Yeah, I can see the puppy. That's all that matters.
You're going to look over your puppy from nose to toes. So starting on the nose, does it have an overly runny nose? Is our nose dry or cracking? Do we have any snot hanging around? Which on Everest here is a big old no. He's got a nice clean nose. There's no snot crud stuck right in here. And he sounds beautiful.
He's like, you're beautiful too, lady.
Next, you want to move up to your eyes. Are your eyes goofy? Are they kind of closed? Are they kind of like cloudy looking, or are they clear and bright and clean? So Everest has clear and bright and clean eyes. So we're good there. Moving up to the ears. Do they have clean ears? There's a little bit of dirt in there, but that's to be expected. He's at a farm. But for the most part, his ears are clean. There's not a whole bunch of gunk in there. There's not anything running out, making the fur all matted. And then, so moving down the body. One thing, people can clean pens real fast. What they can't clean are stains. So he's got some dirt on him, but he's not stained yellow. Those are his natural yellows. So if you look for urine staining, or you can usually feel it in the fur, if the fur feels crunchy, then you know they've got urine staining and they've not actually been kept very healthily. You can look at the skin up the sides of your dog, which, if we can get through there, it's good and pink. It's not bright red, it's not crusty, and it doesn't look agitated. Moving on to our toes. Are our toes all there?
Is that, I think, oh, toes.
Are our toes skin nice and healthy, or is it that crusty red that we're looking at? He's got healthy skin. Are our pads all dry and cracked, or are they kind of supple and soft? She's got soft, supple skin. You can see that in mud, though. And then onto the tail. The rear end will tell you a lot. So his rear end is clean. I'm not going to just show a whole anus on the screen. But he doesn't have any kind of poop stuck to him. He doesn't have any kind of scalding or scabs or red, beefy, oozy skin. So our puppy is sweet, well socialized, and overall looks healthy. You can also, if you want, take a listen at their lungs to see if you can hear any fluid moving, which I don't. Could you get awesome?
He said no. Kindly and respectfully, no.
So, you have looked over your puppy. Your puppy is clean. You're happy with your puppy's socialization. The next step is that you have decided you want your puppy. Now it's time to talk about paperwork. And with paperwork, most breeders worth their salt will have a return policy that you will have to sign. I will be signing Everest's here. I have no problem with it. It actually gives me some sort of comfort in case, like, the worst happens and we can't take care of him anymore. Example I've got from 4 years back, we almost got hit by a tornado. Had that tornado been a block over and actually hit us, we wouldn't have been able to take care of Kosuke, but I would have known they could come back here. So that gives me comfort, and it makes me feel a whole lot better to have that in place. Along with your paperwork, you do want to ask about any kind of medical procedures done. I will be getting Everest's weaning chart and whatnot. You don't have to agree with your breeder. If you want shots, then that's up to you. Some breeders rather wait. That is a whole up to you on your own decision making, but you got to make it in a very informed fashion. So be sure to look into whether you want to have your puppy shots or whether you'd rather wait. That's up to you, but you don't necessarily have to agree with your breeder on that to get a good puppy profile. So if I really wanted to, I know I could go and I could get him his 8-week-old shot, but that would be my choice. I don't mind that Lauren has decided to wait. I also can understand not wanting all those chemicals. I myself prefer to wait till at least 8 weeks, if not a little longer, too. What'd you do, man?
He said, corrections.
Well, we got a little scab. So little scabs, like the one on the back of his neck, are not a big alarm bell. There's quite a few brothers and sisters. They will play a little rough. It happens. So once you get your paperwork done, then you have started day 1. So day 1 with your puppy, here's what you want to expect. Right now, your puppy's whole world is going to get turned right upside down. They're not going to know anything, anyone, any of the smells. All of it's new. So tonight, be sure to prepare to stay up all night long listening to him cry. They're just like a newborn baby. He doesn't know what's going on, and he's scared. They don't know. You give them patience and some time. We'll be starting our week 1 video probably the day after Christmas is when I'll do our week 1 video. But for now, on day 1, just give them some time. Give them some comfort. Give them some love. I know. Give them some love. Yeah.
Oh.
Be sure to just have some patience with them, because night 1 is going to be hard.
Kosuke is still learning too.
Kosuke is still learning too.
We're over socialized, poor baby. Over it.
So this is day 1, and then from here, Lauren, what kind of questions do you as a breeder like to hear?
I'd like to hear if the parents are on site.
Parents are on site?
If they've been dewormed. That, alarmingly, I don't hear a lot of people ask me.
Really?
I really don't. And I have to kind of like bombard them with a bunch of information. Oh. Yeah, I really do. I'm like, you saw I deworm them? I mean, I've ran across breeders that don't even do it at all. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's great. They have fleas, they have worms. So that's great. I don't know.
So what from, like, questions I've asked you did you like? Or things I've told you up front?
how you've raised animals for a while, like you really did do research. And I'm not gonna be that person that's like, well, you gotta know everything before you have them. Because I hate to say it, but you're not gonna figure everything out over line. You figure it out by kind of feeling it.
I've been around dogs since the day I was
Yeah.
born.
Yep.
And I'm still learning. Pasque was
Oh yeah.
a whole
Whole new breed, whole new difference. That's the whole thing.
So absolutely, I would definitely agree that you don't know everything.
No, you don't. What I want to I liked how you would ask a question, and you even asked what kind of food he was already eating so it didn't upset his stomach. Which, today, they do not eat the same food. So I will send you the baggie to kind of just take it easy with him. But he should be fine. I kind of switched on a couple times. They handled it pretty well. So, that I liked about the food. I think you definitely did ask about the vaccine. I think you did. You may have not. But you knew he was going early anyways, and you like to wait a little longer. I'm the same way. And it's case by case, because you really don't want to vaccinate them for everything if they're not exposed to everything. Yeah. Right. So I take the puppies out in public, but there's a limit. I don't let them go up in people's faces. I don't if they're visually dirty, then yeah, which those questions are good.
Oh, I remember when you said you liked. I had brought up that was getting the puppy for a small child.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, and you said, hey, if my child decides to not do his job and take care of the puppy, I will take up the responsibility.
Well, I think I full on said my child will not take up the
She's like, if.
So all of you following our page know Lucas is not quite 2 yet.
We don't expect toddlers to do.
Expect toddlers to take care of puppies. So.
Are you taking care of him? He just shook his head. He just shook his head. You went, no, ma'am. Yeah.
So with little toddlers, this is actually the perfect time if you do get a puppy. Mm-hmm. Teach your toddler. I cannot train enough to teach your toddler how to behave with dogs.
Yes.
Lucas already knows soft hands. He doesn't run up on dogs, especially once he doesn't know. They kind of freak him out, so that's okay.
It works. That's a good predisposition.
And make sure your toddler knows that any commands you teach them is just for their dog. Mm-hmm. Don't let them expect every dog to understand.
Or listen.
Some
of them just straight up ignore you.
Yeah, I was straightforward with that I would be the primary caretaker, even though he's my toddler's dog.
Yep. I know there are a few more. We talked for a while.
We did. We talked for a good while. Go down. I'll catch you.
He's like,
catch you later.
Yeah, mine over there, she just got, she was put in the ride earlier. She's like, socked out.
Oh, that's another one. You can always ask, has your puppy had any, off-site experience? Have they ever been out off the farm, out of their area?
Yep.
It does make a big difference.
Yep.
Everest, I know, has been out.
Been out once, and in the car a couple times.
So being in the car little definitely helped. So when I brought home Pasque, because he had been out and about and experienced a whole bunch of things, he was already pretty good on the car ride home. He didn't cry too much. He didn't get sick. I'm sorry.
She's like, you're taking another one. Oh, wow.
You've been good. You've been good to me. You've been letting me in here and pet your baby.
She acts just like him, too. She's like, she's still going through that boozy stage. Look at her. She's like, I don't know about that.
It's chicken.
Bro, you can eat better than that.
So, I think that wraps up day one